Yo, yo, what's up? It's your boy Carcino here, and let's talk about it, good people. Let's continuously talk about this. You guys want to know what I thought about the Big Sean interview? Did I see it? How I felt. I looked at it differently. I watched it twice actually, because I was in the car going somewhere and it was in traffic, so I could listen damn near to 3 hours of what was going on. But it was very telling. But I was the hater, remember? I was the one everybody was saying was the hater. I was the problem. I just don't like Kanye West. You're jealous of a Chicago guy. I heard all kind of nonsense. And I'm like, dude, I'm pointing out things that even the people that roll with him that's here that we know. Like, we know these people. We've seen these people. So we seen this show. So we know how this rabbit hole, how deep it goes. We know the problems, the issues. We know it. So when you say to us, like, man, there's people you don't even know. Like, you don't know their names. But they were important in Kanye's life. And they were promised things. And it never came through. When the man had a chance to, and he knows that he owes them. You see what I'm saying? There's a major difference from knowing you owe someone. You know what I'm saying? When you know you owe someone and don't pay them, it's like, what are you doing it for? What are you getting out of it? You know you owe them people. Now, he brought up a lot of industry things that some people just don't know. And because he's a good dude, this is one of the things I didn't even talk about when mentioning Kanye West out of respect for Big Sean. Because Big Sean is one of the most underrated rappers in the game. The man make hit records. He got great songs. He can rap. But it's like once him and Kendrick fell into it, people had to pick a side. Now, Big Sean can make hit records. He's not a diss head. He's not a diss rapper. But he's a man with common sense. And that's not common in this sport or this industry of rap. Now, when he went through his whole career, everything you're listening to is a man that is talking about being there and putting people on and remembering other people from the D that he don't even have to. Like, he's so big of an artist, really, he could just say, I really can't recall those guys. It don't really do nothing for his career to put them on. It's just the type of individual he is. He want to see these people actually shine. See, that's what it looks like, people. When somebody is real and somebody is fake. He went in there thinking, this is a family. I'll never get jerked by my record label because they gave me the opportunity. That's the hook. And that's something that you young artists fall for a lot. And this is why they prey on you. You so happy they giving you a chance that you don't even realize what you're in is a bad deal. Now, of course, his manager is Jay Brown's. Jay Brown's and Kanye have a very, very different relationship. Those two really don't like each other. But they have mutual friends, so they're forced to deal with one another. Who could forget? Then I messed around and told Jay Brown's. Should have known that was going to come back around. Remember? Big brother. Who could forget that line? And he was hot about that, And I don't blame him for being hot. But Kanye talk about you should have stepped to me like a man. and told me what was what. And when he go back to the blessing song, how everything is always seem to happen to be wrapped around Drake, right? And it's like an obsession that he has with Drake. And how the record company paid Big Sean for his work, but somehow the money ends up in, like, they've been paid, meaning good music was paid, but the money somehow did not relay over. And we're talking millions to Big Sean's label. And the audit brought all of it up. So, there it is. Cut and dry. You can't get any more clear cut than that. Now, Kanye, the way he moves and operates, there was even things that he really didn't go into that he should have. But he didn't want to involve Pusha. So I'm just gonna keep that here and just keep it on what he actually said. All right? We might do that on the Patreon. But this is what he was actually saying, is that he's owed about $6 million. And for this man to come out there and say it was political reasons, that's why he didn't want to do with it. Kanye is a liar, ladies and gentlemen. Let me explain to you. He's what you would call a gifted liar. He's been doing this all his career, and then behind the scenes, he want to fix things. But he misleads people with his assumptions. He believes his assumptions are facts. And if he believes that's what it is, he rolls with it. He's 100% going with it, and he'll make it a reality, even though it wasn't a fact. Big Sean never endorsed a political candidate. Nothing, don't know what he's talking about with that. He misunderstood something. But for him, the audit is what really got him pissed. But if you paid your artists and you talking about giving your artists royalties, then that's what it is. You see, people see net worth, $1 billion Kanye West. His net worth is $1 billion, so they think he got $1 billion. And that's something that Big Sean was pointing out. Now, Big Sean knows that Kanye West, he don't have that kind of money on standby. But it's like putting him on blast, because in public opinion, he's a billionaire. So in public opinion, you're a billionaire. Then there it is. So in your public opinion, they think you're a billionaire. They think you have $1 billion. When they say net worth, people always assume, oh, they said net worth, so that means that's how much money they got. That isn't true. Net worth does not mean that's how much money someone has. Plus, the company could be worth way more than the actual person. And good music might not be worth $1 billion. But Big Sean put it in those, because Big Sean is smart. He put it in that context because Kanye is selling himself off that context. Like Yeezy is the reason why he's worth $1 billion, not good music. But he makes that out there. Kanye, you got billions, just run me my 6 million. Because that's more easy to follow for the common person that's watching it. Like, yeah, Kanye got billions, man. You owe that dude 6 million, give him his money, man. Pay the man. So, all of the things Kanye tried to do, like he made fun and make jokes to cover up about the ass song. Ass. He made jokes, right? So when he made the jokes about the song, the record, or what have you, right? When he made those jokes, we all know that's not Big Sean's biggest song, but that's good to get a laugh. Like people will run up to him. Like he said, nobody run up to me going ass. Nobody do that. But it's good for a hee ha ha. But what he's doing is trying to minimize what Big Sean is on a mainstream platform. This is a main platform for people like 18 through 36. Even those all the way up into 44 will watch Drink Champs. So even though I don't like the interview format, I don't like the drinking and interviewing, that's just, to me, like, this is a horrible interview, to be honest. They were terrible. They didn't know the name of songs. They didn't know the name of artists. I don't know if they high, too drunk. It's just bad altogether. Because they really didn't have anything prepared for him, except for he wanted to come on the show to basically defend himself because he was attacked on the show. So you really didn't have anything prepared for him, any questions, any real questions. So they just did their job of trying to parry things and make sure that they don't cross any lines or joining anybody's sides. It was, oh man, hey, we on the outside looking in. They want to make sure they don't ruffle no feathers. So when you're looking at somebody like Big Sean, you're like, okay, Kanye's a larger artist, but don't act like I didn't sell tens of millions of records for your label, which I did. Don't act like I didn't mean anything. Don't try to, why would you want to diminish the only artist who stayed and made 5 albums for you? Why would you want to diminish my accomplishments? Now, if he didn't have the dream, the Drink Champ stage, and he to come on here and do this, would you have listened to Big Sean's argument? Would you have listened to a word he had to say if he'd have said this anywhere else? Probably not. Charlamagne on radio, they ain't going to give you a chance to talk and explain yourself before they cut you off every 5 seconds just to say something stupid. Now, Big Sean has always been, in my opinion, one of the best artists they had since he was signed. Now, he has proven that. Everyone else got smart and got out of good music because they realized that we're making good music, but we ain't getting good pay. So people got out of there early. They got their walking papers and stepped. You saw Common step. But they were like, look, we was in a bad deal, and I can get a bad deal on my own. So this is what I go back to the same argument. Will it be good to do business with Kanye West? And I tell people, no. It is not a good deal to do business with Kanye West. It is not a good deal to do business with people who are unstable. Would I want to do business with Donald Trump? No. Why? He's had 3 bankruptcies. His companies normally fold. Why would I? And plus, he's unstable. Why would I want to do business with Donald Trump? I can't name one person that made a lot of money being partnered with him in any investments. You see what I'm saying? So you're asking a whole different type of question when you go down this avenue, because many people cannot formulate the idea or the thought patterns of, man, do I really need to be signed to another artist? Or is it worth it for me to be independent? Big Sean has sold all these millions of records. He's got 5 albums. He's just finished his contract. But he don't have his masters. Or his royalties. You know, he don't own that yet. And he said Kanye was talking about artists being able to get their own masters and royalties back. You know, and Big Sean was like, man, since you promoting that, if you ain't just talking that on TV, show that you mean that. Sell it back to me. Give me mine. You see? How you gonna talk it, but you doing the same thing that you claim other people are doing to you? See, that's the hypocrisy. And this is what you get when you deal with somebody like Kanye West. You're never gonna get the honesty. Do you really think he friends with Drake? Come on, stop. That man's a friend of no one. He's narcissistic. He's problematic. He's spoiled. He has a God complex. He is the epitome of what's wrong with this industry. He's a genius who's out of control. His work is amazing when he's working. But outside of it, he think I can do anything and it's going to be wonderful because I'm Kanye. And it affects his brain. Now, the Yeezy shoes, he had one pair of Yeezys that was worth something. Other than that, the rest of the shoes is trash. But Euros are buying it, not us. Most of us are buying it, and most of us are buying knockoff Yeezys. Other people just wearing Crocs. Those the new Yeezys. I saw somebody with some Yeezys on. I just looked and just walked away. They didn't know how ridiculous those shoes looked on them. But hey, it's what they want to spend their money on. I would never spend that kind of money on shoes. But Euro people do. And when Kanye was hanging out there, that's what he was doing. Now, Virgil, jealous of Virgil. Jealous of Drake. Jealous and Kanye seems to go hand in hand. And what he did to this brother here is just an example. And Big Sean is somebody that normally does not even do stuff like this. He don't come out and be doing no interviews exposing somebody. Like, he still got love for this dude because he gave him an opportunity, because he's a real guy. You know, it's hard when you have somebody that's real and they're in front of your face. And Haley, I'm going to have to say goodbye to you, babe. It's all over. Never trust a black girl named Haley. Sorry. Can't do it. Anyway, I'm going to get ready to roll. That's what I thought about it. It's the same thing as before. Now, you just heard somebody sit up there and say the same things about Kanye I've already told him. Whether he's from Chicago, I don't care. If somebody's doing somebody wrong, they're doing somebody wrong. That's just all to it. So, he also addressed why you don't approach people at certain times. It's not the right time to do that. The Sunday service part, that was very key. You guys should know that. In business, you have to pick your spots. And why was Kanye not in contact? He didn't have any contact to Kanye West when he was running for president at the time, because Kanye had disconnected all his numbers. But anyway, that's beside the point. Thank y'all for listening. I want you to make sure you subscribe to the page, hit that notification bell, and don't forget, and definitely don't forget to watch the interview on Drink Champs, because they actually did the interview. So please go there and watch it if you hadn't seen it yourself, and make your own opinion based off of it, but base it off of what you've heard. You heard what Kanye said. Now you get to hear what Big Sean has to say. Then you make your opinion. Don't let me make it for you. Don't let anybody else make it for you. All right? My Cash App is Carcino if you want to continue to donate to the page. The Super Chat button is working. God bless you guys. I'm out.